Hi there everyone. I'm really excited to share this little practice with you all today. I'm actually doing a talk tonight online through Redhead Wellness Century on the topic of at war with our bodies. I'm a female and you might be a female too, and even if you're a male, we live in a world and a society where we're constantly judging ourselves or criticizing ourselves for what we think we should be or look like or have a certain status or a certain body or whatever it might be. And I'm here to call bullshit on all of that. It's just been way too long us as humans have been beating ourselves up with self-sabotage or thinking we need to look a certain way, become someone we're not, just to make others happy, and it's all bullshit and it needs to stop. And I'm so passionate about this kind of stuff, you know, and that's why I'm writing my book called Watch Your Language, because it must start with us. It must start with the words that we speak. You know, Rumi said, the words we speak become the house we live in, and that became a very solid mantra for myself, and along with the words, I choose to be kind to you today. And that's what we're going to be discussing tonight. But this little practice is about how to learn to love the skin we're in our bodies as we move and flow. Self-compassion, self-awareness, and self-love come from giving back to your body. It is no point, and it does not get us anywhere, if we wake up in the morning and go, fuck, I wish I looked like something else, or I wish I didn't have this roll, or I wish my thighs were thinner, or I wish I didn't have a tummy. You're wasting your time. Like, you are wasting your time. We don't know if we are going to be here tomorrow. We don't know what's going to be happening next week. What about if you looked in the mirror and just went, fuck yes, thank you. Thank you for this vehicle that I have. No matter what it looks like in this moment, you have this moment right now. So thank your body. Give back to it, nurture it, look after it, move it, love it, nourish it. Talk to it like you would your best friend or your puppy. Choose to be kind to you in every single moment that you can. So let's do that. So we're gonna practice some yoga. So you'll need a mat. You might need a strap. We're gonna do a little bit of yin. You might need a puppy if you've got one, grab one of those. And we're going to start seated for this practice. You can just sit on the floor. I'm going to sit on a cushion. Find whatever works for you. And just finding somewhere where you're comfortable. I invite you to roll your shoulders back and close down your eyes. Take a beautiful deep breath in and open the mouth and exhale. Now breathe into that space right in your heart, that space that is asking for your compassion, the space that is asking for your forgiveness, and the space that is asking for your love. What would it feel like to give back to you today? What would it feel like to lean in to those uncomfortable feelings and thoughts that we're so familiar with? What if you just let them be there and say, I feel you, I see you. What can I heal? What can I learn from you today? Instead of trying to push them away, instead of trying to run or numb them with whatever, can we just let it be? And understand that these feelings, these words, these thoughts, and a thought is not us, it doesn't define us. All of that can be changed. But we have to start to practice the way we speak to ourselves. We have to change the words we speak and the thoughts we think. And that takes us to a space where we have to pause. We have to sit with it. We have to sit with the things that are uncomfortable. You know, the old shame and blame and criticizing and judgments that come up about ourselves. Let's bring them up. Let's feel them and hear them with compassion. Ask yourself the question, is this true for me anymore? Do I still need to buy in to that story? And I guarantee you, you've probably been holding on to that story for long enough. So breathe in a sense of forgiveness, a newness. Let it fill you up. And exhale the words, I choose to let that go. Do that 5 more times. Breathe in, fill your body with compassion. Breathe out, I choose to let that go. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Let yourself smile. Breathe out. Release any resistance to that. And one more time. Inhale. I am loved. And exhale. I release the grip of those old thoughts. Let it go. Gently inhale your arms above the head, reach really nice and long, maybe interlace the hands and find a long spine here. And as you exhale, let's find a gentle twist. Breathing in, reach up long, and exhale, find a gentle twist. Now, twists are really good for detoxification. So as we twist, just like that, like really detox any of those old thoughts or, limitations, old beliefs. That's all they are. Just let them just move out of your body through this practice today as we start to move into our body and feel somatically like how it feels to move and to breathe and to let our body do its thing, like that's exactly what it's meant to do, to give back, to feel good. Take one more inhale and exhale. Alrighty, let's come down. We're going to warm up our wrists. As always, the fingers are spread really nice and wide. Alright, so starting with that strong base. And this is one of my favorite moves to bring back a sense of self-love and awareness, is just to start to move through the spine. So as you move through the spine, we are just moving our body in all directions that feel good. There is no right or wrong here around the spine. Feel free to look over your shoulder, walk to this side. Our spines are meant to move. Do this slow. We are so good at moving fast. We are so good at becoming rigid. So I invite you to really find this space here to see what is capable of your spine and body, and forget about what's going on your screen. I want you to focus on you. So shut down your eyes and just focus now on starting to bring the breath into the practice. So as you inhale, find a shape. And as you exhale, find another. 5 more breaths. Let yourself move into a state of fluidity. Eventually bringing those fingertips spread wide, zip that belly up so that we're keeping a slight protraction in the shoulders, belly draws to the spine. And from here, tuck your toes. And we're just going to bring this into a hovered bear, starting to fire up our core muscles here. So belly draws to spine, knees are hovered off. Take your full breath in. And on your exhale, press back, and we're finding ourselves into our first down dog. And hey, no, that's not yours. And when you find this down dog, I want you to pedal out your feet. So I'm on a bit of an angle today, a little bit different from what I usually do, just so you might be able to see different variations, just from different angles, where my knees are, where my ankles. And I want you now in this downward facing dog to start to open up those upper back muscles. as you press down into those hands. And really feel yourself, like your back almost flatten out here as your chest presses towards your thighs and the belly draws to the spine. My knees are bent so that I can get that full, like really opening here of those upper back muscles. And I can find that space as I draw my belly button in towards my thighs and my chest. Take an inhale, ripple forward, really finding that space in the spine. And as you exhale, we're going to keep straight arms and drop the hips through. If this doesn't work for you, come to a child's pose. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, and press back to a down dog. Let's add breath. Inhale, ripple through. Exhale, start to drop the hips, open the heart. Inhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, push back with strength. And exhale, down dog. 2 more times, breathing in. Exhale, take your time. Inhale, slowly press back. And exhale, dog pose 1 more time, breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And breath out. Step the right foot outside the right hand. Beautiful. And then from this space, just opening up into that right hip. Pull my pants up before down. And we're going to inhale, bring that right arm tall. Exhale, walk the hands over to the left, spider lunge. Inhale, walk yourself back to the center. Left foot steps outside, left hand squat. From here, inhale, draw those hands up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come back to the squat. Exhale, step the right foot back, pause here. Right hand down, left hand up, inhale. As you exhale, walk yourself over to the right. Finding that spider lunge, take a breath in. Exhale, walk yourself back. Hands plant down, step back, your first high plank. Belly draws to the spine. You can always drop your knees down at any point here. So we want to find this protraction in the shoulders here. Making sure our hips aren't dropping down. We want to squeeze the quads, zip up through the belly and find a protraction. Now take a breath in. Knees or toes shift forward, elbows wrap by the side of the body. Try to come all the way down to the ground at once. If you can't drop your knees, it doesn't really matter. Just making sure that the body touches the floor at once. Untuck those toes. Bring the hands, fingers spread wide to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Inhale, peel the body up here. And exhale, peel back down. We do that 3 more times. Inhale, peel. And exhale, how slow can you make this? Feel this in your spine. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale, just a little warm up for the spine. Left hand goes out, inhales. Work into a scorpion twist. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, twist open. And exhale, come back down. Warming up through the spine, opening the chest. A really nice fluid movement here. Just 1 more inhale. I could do them all morning. And exhale. From here, plant those hands down, wrap the elbows in. Tuck your toes, lift your quads. You'll feel the kneecaps lift. Now tuck your chin in slightly and draw the belly button up into your spine. This is very active. Keep pressing that floor away and then push up, high plank, and exhale back, downward facing dog. We're going to do that little sequence again. Starting on the left, this time left foot steps all the way through, outside that left hand. Finding that beautiful lunge, right hand down, inhale, left hand high. Exhale, sweep yourself around, find that spider lunge. Breathe in, maybe that left hand lifts. Exhale, start to move yourself back around. Set up for your squat as you inhale, step forward. And exhale, drop those hips down. Inhale, bring the hands nice and high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come back to your squat. And exhale, we're stepping the left foot back this time. Left hand stays down, breathe in. Exhale, walk yourself around, find that spider lunge. Left hand stays down, maybe in, down. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale, sweep yourself back. This time the right foot steps back, high plank, pause. From your high plank, take a full breath in, and then exhale, come down halfway, knees or toes. Inhale, press back up. 2 more times. Exhale, drop your knees if you need to. Pause halfway, so warming up through the shoulders and the triceps. And then press back up. 1 more time. Exhale. And inhale. And downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward. Come to find your high plank, knees or toes. Exhale, shift forward, either pausing here at halfway or all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're just moving today, so I'm going to keep this going. Right leg lifts. Breathe in, exhale, bend and open. I like to point the toe, take whatever feels good for you. Inhale, straighten the leg, flex the foot. Exhale, bring that right knee all the way to the nose like you're in a plank pose here. So keep zipping that right knee up and in, and then flex the foot, step it somewhere near your right hand, low runner's lunge. And always drop that back knee down, so modify as much as you need to here. So breathing in and breathing out. From this low runner's lunge, we're going to take the time to step that left foot again outside, and we bring this into, again, a squat. And we're just going to take the time here. So I'm going to bring a little bit of my movement practice into this flow, I think, this morning. So just finding ways to explore a bit of natural movement before you come into a shape. There might be some places that we go to that just feel natural to go there. Who knows? I don't plan any yoga classes, so let's see where the body takes us today, shall we? So from this Malasana space, we're now going to bring those hands all the way up. Just work with your own shoulder blade. You're just going to hold here. So breathe into this one as much as you can. Try to find the tripod of your feet, which is a really important part of our foot function. So a lot of the times we wear shoes, and what happens is with shoes, we start to roll inwards, medial, because we can't feel what's going on in our foot. We can't feel the stability, the tripod, which is 60% into the heel and 40% into the ball of the foot. When we start to become aware of this, we start to reuse the muscles of the foot. A lot of time when we're in shoes, what's happening is the fascia and the connective tissue is taking over because we're walking around in ramps all the time. We forget to activate those muscles of the feet. So find this now as you're here. Take one more breath, and then exhale, we're going to forward fold and stretch out those hamstrings. So just hang out here for a little bit. You might want to hold your elbows, you might want to let your hands go down, let your head become really heavy as you hinge from the hips. Take an inhale, find a halfway lift, belly draws to spine. And exhale, soften and fold. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. And 1 more time. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, we're going to fold forward. Step that right foot back here. Finding that runner's lunge where we were before. Just a couple of deep breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now as you breathe in, we're going to plant those hands down. Do your best to lift that left knee into the nose. Hold here as you work your core. Slowly press that left leg all the way back. Inhale. And exhale, bend and open. Point the toe or flex, your choice. Come back now to downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward. Find a high plank. And exhale, chaturanga dandasana, leaning forward so you're protecting the shoulder joint. Breath in takes you up, breath out takes you back. Right leg lifts, breathe in, rest when you need to. You have the opportunity to pause this. Exhale, right foot steps outside, right hand. From here, set up your lunge, push down through that right heel. Breathe in, find your crescent lunge. Breathe out, let your arms float down. Step back, high plank. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Breath in, shine the heart. Breath out, down dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Step through slowly, left foot finds the front of the mat. Set up the lunge, inhale, lift up. Exhale, open, flow back down. Step back, high plank. Always drop to your knees here. Exhale, low plank, and always come into cobra. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, push back through knees if you need. Down dog one more time. Right leg lifts, inhale. Step through the exhale. Push through the heel. Breathe in, keep moving as you exhale. Bring yourself back down and through. We can be so quick to move through the parts that are challenging and tricky. I want you to take your time, especially in that high to low plank. Breath in, step through. Good, inhale, lift. And exhale, flow back down. You might throw a little bit of movement into this next little sequence. If you ever need a rest, just drop your knees down and find a child's pose. In fact, take 3 breaths there. I need a sip of water. So pausing on our yoga mat teaches us to pause off our yoga mat, okay? And it's that pause where we have the ability to interrupt our thoughts. That's where we start to change the things, because we become a lot clearer and we can call ourselves out on the language we are speaking to ourselves, but we have to be quiet enough to be able to hear. So if you're ready, we're coming back to a downward facing dog. So curl on your downward dog, we're going to have a bit of fun here. Alright, so we're going to inhale, bring the right leg forward. Step the right foot outside the right hand. Don't think about this too much. Lift up your right hand and then start to shoot your left leg through. Flex the foot and sit down. So I'm kicking with my heel here. So a little bit of core work, a little bit of movement. I said we'll have a play with this. Now push through your right heel that's on the ground, and you're going to lift your bum off the ground and slowly step back. And we're going to go straight back into that little Cossack squat or that lunge that we did before at the start. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take an inhale, lift up that right hand. Exhale, come all the way back around to warrior 2. So right foot forward, left foot goes back, and nudge that right knee open. We're on the blade edge of the back foot here, so we really start to strengthen the glute medius, okay? This guy can get really, we forget to work this guy a lot because, again, 1, we sit a lot, 2, we wear shoes. And if we can't feel into that tripod of the foot a lot of the time, what's happening is that the muscles, not just in the foot, but also the function of the hip, starts to rotate inwards, all right? And we start to have this sort of medial action. So the more tighter our glute medius is when we start to work this guy, the more we're going to focus on getting hip torque, which is going to open our hips, which is going to keep our knees tracking over our ankles the way they should be. So be in bare feet as often as you can so you can feel this position of the feet. Yoga is so great for that. It helps us become very in tune with our bodies to listen in. From your warrior 2, inhale, flip the front palm and reverse. And as we exhale, we're actually going to just turn to our back foot. So we're coming into this space of like an arrowhead lunge. We're going to keep moving. So we're going to lean forward. And we're going to lift that back heel up, take a full breath in, And exhale, fold forward, standing splits. Take an inhale, find a flat back. And then exhale, slowly step back, take your time. High crescent lunge. Breathe it in, open up through the heart space. And exhale, slowly step back, high plank. Exhale to your low plank. Breath in, cobra or up dog, shine the heart. And exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Step that left foot, go right outside your left hand if you're new to these. Find this space here. You can always use a block under that right hand. Now lean into that right hand. You've got to round the spine here, really protract. Lift up the left. Push through that left heel and kick the right foot through and then pause. So I'm on my bum here, but I'm flexing my foot, I'm squeezing my quad, and I'm pushing down through this left heel. Take a full breath in now. Use the strength in that heel, your core. Tuck that knee back under. Find the back of your mat. Walk yourself over into that cross-out squat or lunge. And then inhale, the left hand comes high. As you exhale, start to move yourself into your warrior two. And you have 5 breaths here. So we should be able to see our left big toe, right? You might get some feedback from your body here, which is a beautiful thing. If you looked at your warrior and your left knee is nudging inwards, that means that you have a medial rotation, all right? You're rotating inwards, and that's a lot of information from the feedback of the foot and the hip as to what you're doing with them. So maybe you're in shoes often, maybe you sit a lot. Maybe you need to focus a little bit more on strengthening the glute med, this guy here, so that that tightening of the muscle, the glute med, will start to draw those hips open and then work into the tripod of the foot. So you start to use the muscles of the foot to find the balance that we need. So push down into that left tripod of the foot, 60% into the heel, 40% into the balls of the foot, and look down and see if you can see your left big toe. Inhale, flip the front palm and reverse. And then exhale, we're turning our back foot forward, finding the stability here just for a moment. Hip forward, breathe in, Dekasana airplane, my wobbly airplane today, and exhale, fold forward, standing splits, get into those hamstrings, full breath in. Exhale, find your way back through the balance. High crescent lunge, breathe in. And exhale, flow back down. Your version of your vinyasa, you can always just step back to down dog. So always take the variation that works for you. That's going to be our flow. From here, downward facing dog. Take a moment, inhale, come onto your tiptoes. Exhale, we're going to have fun here. Look, we're going to do a few of these actually. Look forward and jump into a squat. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to jump back and we're going to find our way into our little sort of bear here. So we're going to jump back to a bear. Yeah, so we're going to do a few more of these from this position. So knees are hover, we're going to jump into a squat. I'm going to take our hands off. Hands come down, jump into a bear. Got it? So squat and jump into a bear. So a little bit of movement. Try to be as light as possible through these. Push into those hands. Keep those knees hovering off the ground as you move through that bear. We'll go 3 more, not too many. Make them feel good. Have fun with this, play. Kids love this stuff too. 1 more. Ooh, and we'll hold here in this squat, breathe in. What did that bring up for you? Maybe it wasn't pleasant. But that's the thing, there's some things in life that are not pleasant. But if we spend our life trying to avoid the unpleasant things, the thoughts, the feelings, the emotion, the experiences, then we've developed an attachment to them. It's just another moment. So if we keep chasing the things that make us feel good and we keep looking for this, you know, feeling of like an experience we had with someone or something, or when our body was back then, you're never going to be happy with what's here right now. You'll always be looking. So focus on what's here. Release any attachment to, you know, how things were or what you think they should be, because it's irrelevant. What matters is right now. Take 1 more breath. And then your choice, either step back to down dog, crow pose, or go through vinyasa. If you want to try crow, just you're exactly there. So keep your elbows on the inside of your knees, step forward, maybe you lift up one foot, maybe you lift up the other, maybe you play, maybe you straighten the arms, lift up the bum, have a play, find your way back through a vinyasa, however you get there. I don't usually do crow pose, I don't particularly like it, but sometimes I don't mind doing it. It's always changes. Let's move and breathe. Do this with compassion, and what I mean by that is rest as much as you need to. It's not about forcing and pushing. In fact, it's the complete opposite. Make it feel good in your body. So spread your hands wide, lose yourself in this. Right leg lifts, inhale. Stack that right foot all the way through, exhale. Keep moving as you inhale, draw the left knee in, and exhale, kick the heel forward. Inhale, draw that knee up, and exhale, step back, twist around to that left side. Full breath in, right hand lifts as you exhale, sweep back. Find your warrior two. Full breath in and exhale. From your warrior two, breathe in and exhale, we're gonna fly. So however you get there, feel the balance through the middle. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, step back. Oh, nearly forgot, exhale. Find your standing splits. Full breath in. Now exhale, step back, high lunge. Can't miss those ones. Breath in, lift up. Exhale, flow, high to low. Breath in. And breath out. Left leg lifts, inhale. Step through on the exhale. Keep moving as you inhale, draw the knee in and exhale. God, it's hard to talk through those. Inhale, back up. Exhale, walk yourself around your Cossack. Breathe in, lift up. Or Skandasana in yoga. Exhale, warrior two. Let's set up the pose. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, flip and reverse. Without launching yourself, feel the transition play. Inhale, find your airplane. Exhale, standing split. It does not have to look like the splits. Full breath in. Exhale, step back, high lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out and flow. You got it. We're going to keep moving or rest. Breath in to lift. Breath out, down dog. So as you are, this is important. You listen to yourself here. What is it you need in your breath? Up to you. All right, rest as much as you need to. We're going to continue to move through that flow. From your downward facing dog, right leg lifts, breathe in. Exhale, slowly step right foot through. Inhale, belly draws in. Exhale, kick the heel. Inhale, sink it back, find the lunge. Exhale, walk yourself around, find the squat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, we're taking ourselves back to warrior two. Full breath in, set up the pose. Exhale, find the length, push through the tripod of the front foot. Breathe in. Exhale, engage the core. Find your airplane. Breathe in. Can you lift the heart? Feel the love. Exhale, fold forward. Find your standing splits. Inhale and exhale, slowly step back, high lunge. Breath in to lift. Breath out, flowing back down slow. High to low. Breath in, cobra or up dog. Breath out, downward facing dog. Again, rest if you need. It's designed to challenge you a little bit this morning, right? Or whenever you're watching this. But I want you to lose yourself in the practice. The moment you find yourself pushing, striving, getting angry and frustrated, stop. Rest. Move into your Skandasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two. Take your time. Find this dance almost in your flow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale, find your way to your airplane. Feel it in your body first. Work the tripod of the foot. Inhale. And exhale, standing splits. Full breath in. Exhale, step back, high lunge. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, flow back down. We're going to go one more round. I'm going to give a few different options if you like, but you do not have to take them. It's the last one into the flow. So feel free to take them, have a go, have a play, but don't judge yourself if something doesn't work. Ask yourself the question, where does the judging, the criticizing get you? All right, instead of the judgment, if you go to try something, maybe say good on you for giving it a go. See how it goes. It is about the words we speak and those thoughts, so catch them before they are negative. Right leg lifts, inhale. Let's bend and open, exhale, and either stay here or find your wild thing if that's in your practice. Breathe in, open the space in the heart. Exhale, have fun with this. Step the right foot all the way through the front of the mat. Bring the left foot through, kick through here, good work. Inhale, slowly bring that left foot back. Your exhale takes you around, finds that spider lunge. Breathe in, lifting up. Breathe out, warrior two. Adjust your feet, feel into the pose. Pause, inhale and exhale. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, we're going to fly. Or wobbly fly. Breath in, open the heart. As you exhale, find your standing splits. Or if you're feeling playful, feel free to bend that knee and just have a little bit of a jump. Similar to what you were doing in those little bear to frogs. Feel just, have a play with what feels nice here. Play with a sense of lightness. And just, even if it's just like a little kick, invite yourself to play. And then when you feel ready, step yourself back to a lunge. Breathe in. And exhale, flow. Don't attach yourself to a pose or a shape or a crow or a handstand, or just let it happen when it happens. And it doesn't matter if you don't ever get it. There's shapes that I'll never get, and it's not about that. We need to move out of this perfection and trying to get everything. Let's just enjoy the practice for what it is. So last time through, so we'll move this out of the way. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, yawn and open, stay here, or find your way slowly into your wild thing. Inhale, open the heart space and that back bend. Exhale, slowly with control, bring that left foot up and over. Step the right foot through, work the core. Inhale, draw that right foot back. Woo. Find your way into your spider lunge. Breath in, left arm lifts, maybe exhale. Come back to find your warrior two with poise. Hopefully a warm inhale. And exhale. Inhale, flip and reverse. And exhale, airplane pose. Take your time. Breath in, open the heart. Exhale, standing split, stay here, or try on the other leg. And do the things that are uncomfortable. Yes, this side is completely awkward for me too. But play with the things that are difficult, right? Let yourself get out of your comfort zone, whatever that means for you. So take one more breath wherever you are. And slowly make your way back to your high lunge. Breath in. And exhale, flow back down, vinyasa. Breathe in. And child's pose. Breathe out. Remember, what you seek is seeking you. It's already there. It doesn't need to look a certain way or be a certain way. It already is. Let go of the effort. Just surrender to what's here. Let yourself be in this moment. Let yourself be in this body. Slowly let yourself come up. right foot steps forward. We're going to spend some time here. Our sacral chakra is the space of our hips, our hip flexors, our lower back. It is also the space of our emotional center. Okay, this is where we hold a lot of shame and guilt, old experiences and thoughts and feelings of ourselves that get shut down, the stuff that we don't want to feel, the stuff where we numb, right, or we run from. When we come into these deep hip stretches, things might come up for you. Let it come up. Don't push it back down again. When the things come up, they're asking for your love. They're asking for you to listen. They're asking for you to nurture them. So ask the question, what can I learn? How can I heal you? That's it. You just be there with a sense of kindness and compassion rather than trying to not feel these things. Because otherwise, they're going to manifest in the physical body and they're going to turn out as injury or sickness or illness or bloating or problems with that area, like the sexual organs as well. We'll find a low self-worth in that area where I feel confident. We won't be able to express our sexuality and our sensuality well because we feel like we're hiding something or ashamed. Ask yourself the question, is this true for me anymore? Take a breath in and then let it go. So from this deep lunge, all we're going to do from here is come back to find a downward facing dog. And we're going to do it through the other side. So step that left leg through, coming into this lunge, and just work to your degree as well. Everyone's going to be different here. We are very quick to judge ourselves when we see somebody else doing something. And we think, oh, why can't I look like that? Or why doesn't my hips do that? Again, is that fault serving you? Can we just allow ourselves just to be okay with where we're at? And notice how freeing that feels. I think you just farted. It stinks. Outside, but it really stinks. That's not pleasant. Oh. Just take 5 more breaths if you can. I'm going to hold my breath. Remember to come back to that space of compassion here. Let it go. Take 1 more inhale. And then from here, we're going to just slowly slide that left foot all the way around. I did mention we're going to do a bit of a yin. We're going to come all the way down to the ground. And we're going to find our, that pose pretty much. So we're going to find our Sphinx pose. So we're going to open the heart here. So yes, it is a little bit of a back bend. However, I want the intention to be in the space of the heart. So when we get scared and we operate out of fear, and that's what happens when we come back to those shame stories and our body image and the way we feel about ourselves, we are coming from a place of fear, not love. And what we need to do is open our heart space. So I invite you to come into this Sphinx pose. Try to loosen through this area, maybe wiggling your bum, feet are wider than normal. And then rather than feeling pain into your lower back, we don't want to feel this tightness. So work with a level that works for you. Start to press down into those forearms and start to open up your heart here, coming into Sphinx pose. With the heart open, it allows us to be a little vulnerable, okay? And you'll notice that when we do operate out of fear, what happens is the shoulders roll forward and we protect our heart, okay? We don't want to get hurt, we don't want to expose ourselves, and we just try to fit in, essentially. And if you're anything like me and a lot of women out there in this world, we've been trying to fit in for way too long to be, again, what we spoke about at the start, something we're not, to try and perfect, to try and look a certain way, to have our body look a certain way. We're constantly chasing an image or to people please. And we've been doing that long enough. It's up to you. It's up to you if you want to stop. I can't do anything about it. It's completely up to you, but you've got to understand that these patterns of thoughts and beliefs, the belief that you have about yourself, is just a belief, which means that you are able to create a new belief if you so want to. But it's going to take work. You've got to work on it every day, like you'd be trying to strengthen your bicep or your quad. You have to start with an affirmation, and you have to start in meditation. And that's it. There's no quick fix. And this is what we're going to discuss tonight in the talk on At War with Our Bodies. You've got to put in the work, because we've taken years to develop this. It's going to take a long time to undo it, but you may as well start now. So take a breath in, and then exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Just rest your cheek on the ground here. Take a full breath in, and an exhale. Take one more breath, and exhale. Let's do our twist here. Bring the left hand out to the side, come onto the right fingertips, and we're going to slowly bring that right foot up and over. Just work to your degree here as well. So it's not about the foot touching the floor. If it hovers, let it hover. If you want a cushion, grab a cushion. And just allow yourself to find this opening into the left side of the chest. Again, that's opening the space of the heart. So if we are operating out of that fear state or lack of love, low self-worth, we're going to find that we're blocking up that heart space. It could feel quite tight. Maybe that right arm lifts and goes behind. Maybe it doesn't. We'll leave that up to you. One of my favourite quotes is from one of my favourite teachers, Gabby Bernstein. When you think you have surrendered, surrender more. You know, we can either choose to keep battling these thoughts, to continue to strive and push and present a certain way, look a certain way, continue with the way that we think others look at us or the way we present for others, or we can let that all go and just authentically be ourselves. Imagine how much easier that might feel, and how terrifying that might feel too. Take one more breath. Slowly come back to the center. Let's change sides. But wouldn't you rather spend the rest of your life, however long that is, remember we don't know if we're going to get tomorrow, being your authentic self, letting go of trying to fake it, letting go of the I'm fine and I'm okay, and presenting a different image on social media than what your life actually is. Letting go of looking in the mirror and wanting to be somebody else. That's the question. It's up to you. And it's up to me every day. It's a work in progress every day. And again, I mentioned at the start, the mantra, I choose to be kind to you, was a big one for me, for shifting me out of 25 years of eating disorders, vomiting like constantly, getting my body weight down to 36 kilos, clean eating addictions, disorders, fitness addictions, food addictions, constantly chasing number addictions, constantly doing addictions. They're all addictions. The more we practice it, the stronger it gets. So the more you practice doing you and being authentic, the stronger that's going to get too. Slowly come back to the center. And we're just going to roll over onto our back, so however you get there is fine. And I know not everyone has props, so we're just going to lay on our back. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together and place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. And I want you to just feel back into that heart space here. I want you to breathe in a space of compassion and kindness. And breathe out, feel everything let go. Let yourself feel nurtured here. Let yourself feel love. And if not love, let yourself feel kindness. Go with something that feels real for you. Take one more breath in and let it go. Totally invite us to spend our Shavasana with our legs up. Now you can use anything for this. I'm just going to use a block. Most people have a yoga block. So I'm going to slide the block underneath my sacral area, and I'm just going to let my feet hover above my hips here. And I'm going to place my hands just right on my chest and my rib cage today. You can bring the hands up into a double inversion if you like, or they can be behind the head. I don't mind. Find somewhere that's comfortable for you with the legs up. You don't have to take this variation, but it's a really nice one to bring in a sense of calm as the blood starts to send back into the hips, the heart, the head, and of course the brain. It starts to shift us into our parasympathetic nervous system, the space of rest and digest, which is a space where we heal. It's a space where we can pause. So take a breath in and a breath out. And let's just be here without anything else to do. Surround yourself with an energy that feels nurturing, kind, and compassionate. If you need to stay here a little longer, please do. Your legs are up like mine, slowly bend the knees and just hover them. Notice the lightness you feel in your mind and your body. Gently drop one foot down and the other and use your toes to press into the ground and remove the block. And let yourself just roll to your favourite side and curl into a little ball here. And I invite you to just come into this space where you say thank you to your body right now. I want you to really feel into those words and say thank you, body, for everything that you do for me, for the breath, for the movement, for being able to explore, to give back, to move, to nurture, and then to show an energy of what I want to give back. So how can you use your body to be an example for others as to what you would like to see in the world? And with that feeling of gratitude and love for your body, slowly close your eyes and come up to seated. And I want you to place your hands on your body in a place that needs it. It might be your heart, it might be your belly, it might be your hips, it might be your sexual organs. Just place your hands somewhere where you feel you need the love, the attention, and the support and the nurturing. And breathe in the words, I choose to be kind to you today. And exhale, release any resistance to that. Feel the warmth of your hands on your body, the softness of your skin. Feel how beautiful it feels under your hands. Notice how good it feels to nourish and nurture your body with thought. And remember that that's always here. And maybe you return back to that at times when we're trapped in self-sabotage, fear, and body bullying or putting ourselves down. Again, feel into the softness of your skin and say thank you. Thank you for everything that you do for me. Bring the hands gently towards the third eye as you pay attention to your thoughts. If you are continually busy or numbing or running from these thoughts, you'll never have an opportunity to pause and change them. When they come up, instead of blaming them, pushing them away or judging them, ask the question, what are you here to teach me today? What can I learn? Namaste. Thanks everyone. I would love to know what your thoughts were on that, how you're feeling, if you're feeling a little bit kinder to yourself. If you're free tonight, it's all online, so jump on Redhead Wellness Centuries page. I'll put the link down in there, the thing, to listen to. It's not really talk, it's more tips and tools of what we can do to start to change these thoughts. So if you've ever beaten up your body, or if you're constantly in a state of self-sabotage, or maybe your teenager is, maybe this is for you. So jump on, please like and subscribe if you are new to my channel. I'd appreciate it, and let me know what you would like to see as well. So namaste, thanks everyone. Have yourselves a beautiful day, and I might see you on there tonight.